Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as Bitcoin Wyckoff pattern eyes 85 G's, baby. We'll also be discussing a Bitcoin bull run's most important chart hits a $94 trillion all-time high, as well as breaking news. Roger Ver posts bail over in Spain and faces extradition over in the U.S. We'll also be discussing spot Bitcoin ETF inflows hit a whopping $887 million in a single day, the second highest figure yet on record for the ETFs. Also breaking news, Bitcoin to reach 150,000 per coin if Donald Trump wins the presidency. This is a prediction from Standard Chartered Bank. We'll also be discussing Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki predicts Bitcoin hitting $350,000 by this August in 2024. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. Make some noise. What it do? Today's episode is brought to you by blackcardcoin.com. That's right. If you're looking for a very good crypto card to spend your crypto in physical stores, ATMs, and so on, take a look at Black Card and its token, BC Coin. It is the first unlimited global crypto card without fees, and you can get a huge cash back, up to 13%, as outlined here on the site. You can see. Also, you get instant card activation, unlimited global spending, earn instant 10% on all your referrals. It accepts all crypto for payments, which is pretty cool. And you get unlimited bridge from crypto to cash. I highly encourage you to check out the website. You can see it's already trading on a lot of the top exchanges. It uses all of the top cryptocurrencies, and it's all within your reach. This is the physical card you can get yourself in the mail by taking advantage of this offer. So I encourage you to do so. Also, please note, to me, the Black Card coin looks like the best crypto card offer on the market, but of course, I always encourage y'all to do your own research first. Check the link in the description. Again, it's blackcardcoin.com. And if you stake right now, you'll be eligible for a special offer with 13% starter cashback, again, and 10% rewards on all referrals. So take advantage of this today, and let's get that crypto, shall we? Welcome, fam. What it do? Take it away, theme music.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it.
Let's go.
I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
We here, baby, live and in the flesh. Let's get it. Welcome everyone to the stream. Another epic day in the crypto sphere. What's poppin'? We're still above $70,000, and because of that,
JV told you and me 70 G's, baby.
let me get a 70 G's in the chat there, family. Glad you're enjoying the jingles. Shout out to everyone in that chat. Make some noise, repost this, spread the word. We live, baby.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby, baby. 70 G's to the moon. Lunar landing, see us. They ain't like us, we got us. 70 G's, 2024 at the Bitcoin rainforest.
70 G's, baby. And a brand new little jingle for you real quick.
70. It's heavenly. 70 G's, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's.
There you go. Shout out Chandy for producing those. I have another one I'll play for you later. She produced like 12 or 15 versions. I was like, what? I loaded a few up on the soundboard here today. Welcome, everybody. June 6, 2024, another epic day in the markets. We're still above 70,000, which is a beautiful thing. We did tap 72 very briefly just the other day, and correcting some right now, down about 800 on the daily. That's right, dancing in my underwear. Love that. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. We're broadcasting on 5 platforms right now, including Rumble, X, YouTube, Twitch, and kick. And if you guys can all repost this, spread the word, let people know we're live right now, and let's celebrate. Double by sure by average, then double stack on January 2025, says Ryder. Welcome everyone in the chat as well. Of course, this is a live and interactive show. We appreciate all the feedback. Shout out Robert. Good to see you, brother. What it do, Crypto Voodoo? What up, Hodl fam? Shout out to JV. Right back at you, broski. Loving the jingles, says JC. Ice, baby. Appreciate the feedback. Shout out Dankness. How was your birthday celebration a couple of days ago, yo? Hopefully you had a fantastic time. What's the second best cryptocurrency, Melda? I thought you'd never ask.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best?
There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tell them. KRS. Pito de Brero here. Welcome, El Chorizo. What's up, poppin'? Glad to be here. Stream is perfect. Love to hear that. Shout out Bitcoin Stew. Welcome, everyone just joining the live stream.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-doo. I've got another halving for you.
Bring it. There seems to be some choreography between the three biggest ETFs, successfully avoiding a pump. Appreciate the insight, Steven. Solana Bro says Poca Famin. Poca Famin. Podca Famin. Jerry Reynolds, welcome family. Bangkok, Thailand in the building. Already 106 on X. Not too shabby. Let's get these numbers up. Always greatly appreciated, family. We got to get to freaking at least 1,000 people on the X stream. We could 10X that before the end of the stream. What do you say? Especially if you guys are reposting this and spreading the word. You know what I mean? Let them know we live right now and in the flesh. So yeah, here's another variation of 70 G's.
70, it's happening.
70 G's, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's, 70 G's, 70 G's.
70 G's,
To the
baby!
moon, lunar landing, see you there soon. They ain't like us, we got thrust, 70 G's. 2024, let the Bitcoin rain pour.
Let it pour. Welcome, everybody. Shout out Ryder, Bitcoin #1 all day, every day. Good to be here live today. Shout out Crypto Today. Shout out Devon. I greatly appreciate you there. Shout out all the members of the channel as well. You guys are amazing. There's Chandy. Good afternoon, girly. How's it going, sis? 70 G's, baby. Reposting on X now. Appreciate that. And thank you for producing the epic little jingles for us. They're very good. The 70 G's is so cute. And they sound old-timey. Yes, exactly the point. That's what's up. Yes, Chandy apparently needs to be on the payroll, right? Dimensional says, dog to the moon. You talking about Nipsey? I would never allow Nipsey to go to the moon. BlackRock is raking in the ETF fees. Oh, are they? I mean, it's BlackRock. The largest ETF of Bitcoin there is IBIT right now. Shout out Little Germ. Happy days, fam. Greatly appreciate you. Look at that loyalty. He got the yellow star. I think that means you're one of the most consistent being a member. So greatly appreciate you, Little Germ. Don't forget to push the 100K party. I know. 100K party. When Bitcoin hits 100,000, we're celebrating in Puerto Rico. You are invited. It's called the 100K Fiesta. For more details, visit the Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net, and let's get it. We need a 100K jingle next. It's time. What up, JV? Let's roll. Rolling. No, we're discussing 350,000 this year in 2024, according to Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. That's our feature story of the day. Stick around. What up, JV? Love you, homie. Right back at you, Quinn. Appreciate you, broski. BS, what up? Let's get it. Got it. Good.
Pump it up. Pump.
Oh, that's what's up. Your last membership was gifted. We do gift a lot of memberships on the channel. We've probably collectively gifted over 500 since we launched memberships. What up, JV? I feel like a Bitcoin pump coming. Well, now that we live, Send it, Sid. And welcome to the stream, family. Anyways, if you guys are new to the YouTube channel, very important to smash that subscribe button and hit the likes. It helps out tremendously with the YouTube algo. And if you're watching the stream on X, please repost this and spread the word. Let people know we're live and in the flesh right now. Today is pod episode number 1662. I'm your host, JV, and it's June 6th. 2024. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Bitcoin consolidating some after a 48-hour run up to 72,000. We're back at $70,300, or on Coin360, 70,400. So the majority of the alts currently correcting and in the red, as you can see on your screen. Checking out coinmarketcap.com. We're currently sitting at a 2.61 trillion market cap, with roughly 73 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 53.2%, with the Ether dominance at 17.4%. My question for you guys in the chat: how high do you think the Bitcoin dom will likely climb for this particular cycle? Do you think we hit 60%, maybe 70%? Love to know your thoughts. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Wormhole leading the pack, followed by Flare and Jasmy. Below that, DYDX, BNB, and INJ. Now, which alts are you most bullish on for this particular bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Market's not looking so great. Safe to say roughly 90% of the market correcting and in the red. And zooming out for the monthly, for a broader perspective, we doing much better. Maybe 50-50. Half of them in the green, half of them in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're finally back in extreme greed at a 78. Yesterday, 75. Last week, a 73. And last month, a 68 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto la familia. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us this fabulous month of June? In fact, I actually put a poll up here in the live chat. When Bitcoin all-time high, the current all-time high sits at 73,800. We achieved mid-March. When are we going to break this mofo? This week, next week, before the end of the month, or July? Let me know. What up, Cowbit? Shout out Melda. Good to see you, family. Jay Ross, what's poppin'? You guys are always welcome to share what alts you're bullish on. You guys are always welcome. We do a market watch every day, and I encourage you to let me know, what are you most bullish on? Hence why I asked that question, so feel free. This is your chance. 54% and 24% will be the sum of the 20 leading memes. Memes, eh? How much red bubbles today? Too many. Too many red bubbles. And speaking of red bubbles, check out the Nippinator back there. Just chilling like a mofo. Chilling like a villain overdosed on penicillin, but still a Shaolin monk like Krillin. Dragon Ball, chillaxin. What up, Guido? Welcome, family. Good to see you as well. You came to the right place. Welcome, Matthew Rodriguez. To the moon we head as we trump it up.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
Kepler's bullish on the Pepe. The infamous Pepe, might I add. Pop Cat, says K-Jam. I haven't heard of the Pop Cat. Who buys that crap? CAW Jasmine. Horse Feathers, says the little germ. Wow, Squirrel Bay just gifted 5 MicroStrategy memberships to the channel. Congratulations, Guido, Crypto Voodoo, Jay Ross, and Globetrotter Insights, as well as Kwang Lee. You've all been blessed and hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel. On behalf of Squirrel Bait, please show Squirrel Bait some love in that chat. We appreciate you, Squirrel. Thank you, broski. Yeah, I pass Hudson High every day off Hudson Street in Hudson, Florida. Small world, James Nelson, because I was a Hudson High Cobra. Small freaking world it is. Very small world. I told you guys I rocked the talent show in high school. I think my opening bars was, yo, it's the Hudson High Cobra, Samurai, smack you sober. Classic. Love Robert Kiyosaki's message, but he is a what? I have met him. Oh, for real, Peter. That's interesting. And where'd you get to meet Robert? My number one pick, BTC. Well done, Serge. Hence why you're a moderator. If any of the moderators' top pick is a meme coin or an ish coin, I am just saying, you may lose that privilege. Normal consolidation. We are going to the all-time high soon. Oh, that's right. So in middle school for Hudson, we were Cougars. And then once we entered high school, we became Cobras. It's like Cobra Kai in that piece. Kaz, Nathu is bullish on Kaz. Word up. Very kind of you, says K-Jam to Squirrel Bait. We appreciate it, broskies. Shout out Joseph Boyle. What to do? That's what's up. We appreciate the support. Squirrel Bait is the man. He's gifted many memberships here on the channel.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
Come on, let's trump it up. No. Hudson is in Pasco County, Florida. Solvang is in California. So after we moved from California, we moved to Hudson, Florida after Solvang. And let me just tell you, Solvang is about 1,000 times superior to Hudson, Florida. Hudson, Florida is pretty much, I don't want to say anything negative, but it's not a good look. It's not the place to be. Probably one of the worst schools there is, as far as public schools are concerned, especially in that area. I think tomorrow might form, and Solvang's the opposite. Is beautiful place to be, beautiful school, higher level of education. In fact, when we were in California, the educational system was a few years advanced, because when we moved to Florida, and what we learned in middle school, I already learned in California, like 3 years prior. That's how far behind the Florida public school system is. The Florida public school system is like, I wouldn't recommend it to my worst enemy. Never look at the price, just the percentage of the moves. There you go. Yeah, Hudson's not nice. So when I lived in, when I got old enough, I moved from Hudson. I lived in Costa Rica and all over the world. And when I came back to Florida after living in China, I moved to Clearwater, which is a much nicer area in Pinellas County. I don't recommend Pasco County. They have their own channel, a county place. You can watch them live arresting people. I'm not surprised. There's a drug, unfortunately, there's a drug epidemic in Pasco County and in that whole area of Florida. It's sad, but it is what it is. The purple cobras from the dodgeball, exactly, same thing. But anyways, fam, we appreciate everyone joining the live stream. If you guys can retweet this and share it, let people know we're live. I appreciate it. Let's continue with our Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. The headline reads, Bitcoin Wyckoff pattern eyes $85,000. Got my attention. So let's break it down. TA using the Wyckoff method points to a potential Bitcoin price breakout to the 85,000 level, according to Mikey Bull. That's right. The analyst wrote on June 6th, Bitcoin's Wyckoff playbook is still in play. SOS soon, that will bring it to 85 G's, baby. As he outlines in the chart, the Wyckoff accumulation is a classical technical analysis setup named after Richard Wyckoff, a TA pioneer in the first half of the 20th century, who broke down the market cycle into 4 distinct phases, as outlined right here. You have the accumulation phase, distribution phase, and the breakdown is on the chart, but nonetheless. To confirm more upwards momentum, Bitcoin obviously needs to break 72, as I outlined the other day. Once we break 72, we have on-chain analysts such as Willy Woo, who say we can break right on up to 75 because it would liquidate over $1.5 billion worth of shorts. Even Rec Capital has a similar analysis he shared here. We're still in an accelerated cycle. Instead of 260 days ahead of schedule, we're ahead 170 days. But this could rapidly change if we get a weekly candle close above this range high resistance of 71.3, which is essentially a monthly flag. So at him, he's looking at 71.3. However, Bitcoin price may need to cool down based on a key technical indicator, which we already shared, which is the Bitcoin. Oh, actually, Crypto Greed and Fear Index is also hinting this, but also the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. While this suggests Bitcoin is trading at fair value, the RSI may need to fall to around the 50 mark before the Bitcoin price can see more upside momentum. The RSI is a popular momentum indicator we commonly share here in the channel, used to measure whether an asset's oversold or overbought based on the magnitude of the recent price changes. So there you have it, crypto fam. Where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to take us here shortly? Holla. And do you think we hit this all-time high here soon? Be sure to participate in the live poll. Greatly appreciate that. But Banana Zone, bananas, anybody? You know, I met a couple one time at an event, not related to crypto. This was before my crypto years, but they just lived off of bananas. They were like from Australia or somewhere on the other side of the world. And all they ate was bananas, like something like 30 or 40 bananas per day. And that was the only thing they put in their bodies. And so when you mention Banana Zone, that couple comes to my mind. But I know you're referring to the Banana Republic, in which the United States has already turned into, in my opinion. Shout out Mob Marley. What it do, broskies? Anyone here ever been on that banana diet? Because I've never met another person that only ate bananas, only this particular couple. I hope they're still going strong with the banana diet. You know what I do love about bananas? I love banana ice cream, meaning bananas, if you cut them up and freeze them, they naturally have the consistency of an ice cream. Just the banana itself. So especially when I was like vegan back in the day, living in Costa Rica, I would do that. I'd chop up a lot of bananas, put them in the freezer, and then you just mix the bananas. It turns into like a delicious all natural ice cream somehow, some way. You can add like cocoa powder if you like chocolate or something like that. But it's a natural way to eat ice cream without the dairy. So I thought that was kind of cool. So bananas for the win. I was thinking of bananas. I remember when Mark Cuban compared Bitcoin to bananas, and he's like, at least bananas have real intrinsic value. Unlike Bitcoin, you can eat the bananas. You can't eat the Bitcoin. I'm like, oh my God, please save us. Banana Zone is Raoul Pal saying of the parabolic stage of the cycle. He calls it the Banana Zone. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard that one, actually. Why would you eat radioactive fruit that often? I didn't even know it was radioactive. Once in a while is okay, but not all the time. So what makes the banana radioactive? Let me know. Jordan Peterson's daughter is on a all-meat diet. Good for her. A lot of people are on the carnivore diet. To each their own. So 350,000 in 2 months. Well, this is the prediction from Mr. Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. We're going to be covering. Just note, I personally don't see that. I don't see the 350 in 2 months, but we cover the top predictions from the top analysts and top influencers. Hence, I think if we hit 350, it would more likely be next year. But hey, we're going to still share what Kiyosaki has to say. I respect the man. Banana has 3 syllables, but 6... What is that? Phonemes? Phonome? I don't even know that term. Phonemes? Phonemes? I don't know. Yep. That's what I got from that. One day, Dave Ramsey will say he was wrong like Glenn Beck did about Trump. How do you think he will go about the hard? No, honestly, I think you're giving him too much credit. I think he's not incompetent. I just think he's corrupt. And I think some of these corrupt people will never admit they were wrong. In my opinion. I could be wrong. I donate meat to my daughters. That's so wrong. I can see 150,000. Yeah, me too this year. Totally doable. Robert is off the rocker and his engagement farming. Robert who? De Niro? Banana Zone is referring to the sharp upward curve of the banana. Okay, maybe instead of hockey stick, it's now a banana. What diet was Biden on today? Oh, I saw that, Don. Biden pooped his pants again. I wish I downloaded that song, that the Biden pooped his pants song someone sent me a while ago. I forgot to put it on the soundboard, but he did it again. He squats down just like a little boy or little girl in a diaper, and then he poops, and then I guess his daughter or somebody related to him walks him off, and then he comes back. And he just seems like he don't know where he is. He just seems lost and confused. Remember the movie Dazed and Confused? Well, that's pretty much Biden 24/7. Only he poops the pants as well. I find it hilarious because it's not the first time he pooped his pants live on TV. He's done it many times. So whatever diet he is on, I don't recommend it. Dave Ramsey is too arrogant to admit he is wrong. I'm with you on that, Nate. Read my last comment, JC says. You got it. Let's find her comment here. Bananas take up radioactive isotopes through the roots and store it in the fruit. You learn something new every day. Thank you, JC Ice, because I love bananas, but I'm not crazy. I don't eat 40 per day. I eat typically 1 per day with my oatmeal. So hopefully I'm all right. Where's this video? Are you talking about Biden pooping his pants? It's probably the most viral video right now on X. I saw it on my timeline about 100 times already. I didn't get to repost it because to me it's like, oh, he pooped his pants again. Big whoop. Biden needs to be in a nursing home. Facts. Yeah, someone send Chandy the link so she can see him poop himself. Biden is literally a weekend at Bernie's, pretty much. K40 is the isotope. Thank you, Stephen. Biden and high school girls, he keeps getting older, but they are the same age, all right? Not bananas. Yeah, man. This is wild. This is wild.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump
Do you think Biden will poop his pants during the Trump debate? And which drugs is he going to be on wired up during that debate? I haven't been on X today other than to share your thing. My bad. Oh, it's all good. It's probably viral other places. I don't know where else you look, but I just happened to find it all over my X feed earlier. JB is on the banana diet. Go figure. If we hit 350,000 in 2 months, what will it be in 2025? Oh my freaking God. Exactly. My sentiment, Serge. If we hit 350 in 2 months, we'll probably surpass my bull target of 750 next year, or take us close to it. I think above 500,000 next year is a peak, if hypothetically we achieve 350 in 2 months. What do you guys think? JB, that bit about high school girls was from Dazed and Confused. Remember? Yeah, Matthew McConaughey was very young in that film. I do remember. Wow. That was a classic. I was a kid. I used to love that film. I didn't even understand half of it, but I just liked it for some reason. Remember, the freshmen get spanked with the paddle or whatever it was called. They get licks. How many licks? Oh, my God. JV, yeah, that was pretty hilarious. Phenome is the smallest sound in a word. Oh, well, I don't even know how to pronounce the word. With 350, my rich dads, and we'll speak about rich dad here in a bit. That would be epic for JB to poopy on national TV. Wouldn't be the first time, though. Wouldn't be the first time. But anyways, fam, let's discuss our next story of the day. This particular headline reads, Bitcoin's bull run's most important chart hits 94 trillion? All-time high? Bring it. That's right, yo. Bitcoin stands to boost its current bull run thanks to a record high in global liquidity. New analysis published by Philip Swift. Shout out Philip Swift. We've had him here on the channel a couple of times. Creator of the on-chain data platform Look Into Bitcoin shows liquidity worldwide nearing 100 trillion. That's right. Bitcoin and the crypto markets are famously sensitive to global liquidity trends. And this year in 2024, conditions could not be more conducive to Bitcoin's price upside. That is the conclusion from Swift, whose platform tracks the world's M2 money supply, comparing it to the Bitcoin price behavior. In the US dollar terms, M2 is now at 94 trillion, more than ever before, and 3 trillion higher than when Bitcoin hit its old 69,000 all-time high back in late 2021, and since hitting local lows of 85 trillion in late 2022, coinciding with the pit of the crypto bear market, the M2 has rebounded a full 10%. Quoting him here, the most important chart for this bull run has just made a new all-time high. Are you ready? And I mean, charts don't lie. Look at it right here. Bitcoin's global liquidity versus the Bitcoin price. It shows you the global liquidity at 94 trillion with the Bitcoin price close to 71,000. The data chimes with other recent liquidity-based findings, which have equally drawn bullish conclusions about where Bitcoin is headed next. Bitcoin versus the US M1 money supply is in the process of breaking out from a 7-year consolidation, the longest in Bitcoin's history, with serious upside implications as a result. Now, meanwhile, Bitcoin investor trends copy 2020, yo, deja vu, as financial conditions ease. Further analysis suggests an increasing appetite amongst institutional investors for crypto as well as risk assets. In fact, in its latest weekly report, the on-chain analytic platform CryptoQuant drew comparisons with investor behavior back in 2020, quoting the report here. Indeed, large investors are adding about $1 billion into Bitcoin, paralleling 2020 before the rally from 10,000 to 70,000. That's 7x, 700%. Let's go. Back in 2020, that was. Bitcoin hovered around 10,000 for 6 months, with high on-chain activity later revealed as over-the-counter deals. It revealed, which we refer to as OTC. Now, despite the low price volatility, on-chain activity remains high, with 1 billion added daily by the new whale wallets, likely in the form of Bitcoin purchases from institutional investors entering into custodial wallets. Let's go. And as you can see the chart comparison on your screen, the aggregate cost basis, also known as the realized price of new whales from 2020 to 2024. Y'all remember, even after as I refer to it as Novid, Bitcoin crashed in the $3,000 to $4,000 range, which was the biggest steal at that time to stack Bitcoin. You know what I mean? How many of you took advantage of that? I sure did, so let me know. Crypto Quant likewise highlighted increasing inflows in the U.S. spot. Bitcoin ETFs, these seeing their second highest net inflows on June 4th, and we're going to dive into that a little deeper here in a little bit. So there you have it. Things are just looking bullish across the crypto spheres. On the macroeconomic M1, M2, you already know. KJAM wrote, in economics, M1, also known as the narrow money or monetary base, is a measure of the money supply that includes the most liquid and easy accessible forms of money in the economy. Good to note. Greatly appreciate you sharing that, broski. Whoa. What dump are we talking about? Yeah, earlier we were talking about Biden's dump because Bitcoin's been on the jump since JV went live, and Biden's been on the dump. Bitcoin on the pump, Biden on the dump. That might be a new track. Bitcoin's on the pump while Biden's on the dump. Bitcoin for the pump, Biden for the dump. Biden number 2 in his underwears right now. Let's go. I did see that earlier in the headlines. Robinhood, did they completely buy Bitstamp or a portion of it? That's actually very interesting. Thanks for sharing, Motive. When Lambo? Fantastic question. Whenever you want the Lambo, you got it. No one's stopping you from buying the Lambo. I took advantage of 16,000 BTC. Smart man. That was a hell of a good price action to take advantage of. Kronos, says Todd. Word. I hope JP holds the line for another. Inflation has not gone away. In fact, it is worse. I have no idea what Christine Lagarde is looking at as far as her economic recovery. Well, you know they're all in on the take. So Christine Lagarde is ultimately the Janet Yellen version of the UK. Yellen takes orders from Warren, and Warren takes orders from whoever is the master behind Biden. Pretty much. Pump or dump, the slogan of the election? Maybe so. You want to pump the economy, or you want to take a big fat number 2 like Mr. Biden on the economy? Herb says, holy what? Just got your Clearwater comments. Good vibes from the Indian Rocks Beach. That's what's up. Yeah, I used to live in Clearwater for a few years. Had a nice townhome over there. I believe, what was the development called? The Bellagio. A really nice area. Yeah, I'm cooking rabbit for dinner. Oh, snap. You being for real? Rabbit, eh? Nipsey likes to chase the rabbits. But we don't see many rabbits out here. Lagarde. Yeah, Lagarde's the EU, and Yellen is the US. Yep. Please stop shilling the issues in the chat. We are Bitcoin here. You can have your opinions. Just don't shill. Yeah. Pretty much, just be respectable. Like when I ask you guys, what are you most bullish on? You want to shill then and just introduce the coins you're most bullish on. I'll typically read them all out loud. But if you're trying to just promote, aka shill within the chat, it's annoying to everyone else in the chat. So you'll probably get, ice baby. Thank you. Todd always shilling CRO. It's dead today. Oh, it's dead, Todd says Dirty. Now, I remember CRO before it was CRO. I don't remember the name of the coin, but before it became CRO, it was called something else. Before Crypto.com became Crypto.com, I was actually one of the early investors. Now it's Kronos. See any Scientologists? Yeah, of course. You always see If you go to Clearwater Beach, you can't help but drive past Scientologists because the main center is Clearwater, Florida. So their Church of Scientology is in Clearwater Beach. So very popular out there. I don't recommend Scientology. I think it's a way to manipulate people, unfortunately, and weaponize their... I'll digress, though, because we're on the tube, but definitely not a good look. I've seen people permanently damaged mentally from that particular cult, so don't recommend it. I won 2,000 at a slot in 95. Wow. Hold on to that win, yo. Kronos is the underdog, Burns. Word. My wife is heavily in Pepe. One day she says a price must be among What's the price? I believe a new all-time high next week. I dig it. I feel it incoming as well. I think by the end of next week, we will have a new all-time high as well. I like what Willie Woo shared the other day that I shared on the pod. Once we break 72, it's just going to trigger us to 75 because of the cascade of the short liquidations. $1.5 billion about to be liquidated. Poor Katie. What's up with Katie? I didn't see that. He made the baby Poppy. Poopy face. Oh, he made the poopy face on stage. Is Katie his daughter? The person who walked him off the stage? But yeah, the poopy face is pretty hilarious. I mean, it happens. Especially with a Manchurian candidate, AKA Weekend at Bernie's president. Comes with the territory. Welcome, Ciamano. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, everyone just joining the stream. We're live and in the flesh right now. This is pod episode number, 1662. You know how we do. Tom Cruise. Oh, Katie. That's right. Is it, what was her last name? Katie, was it Katie Holmes or something? I'm bad with the celebrity couples. I forget their names. CRO, bro, just know it's about to go up. Bitcoin will move sideways for the next week, then all-time high June 19th. What's the significance of the 19th? Let me know there, Bone Daddy. Court strikes down SEC private fund. Good. Another L for Mr. Gary. I knew Biden was full of ish. You gotta be shitting me. Dun, dun, dun. His wife walked him off stage, JV. Oh, that was Jill. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know who that was. I thought it was his daughter or something. So that was his wife. Poor Jill. Holmes. Yeah, maybe Katie Holmes. Maybe Katie Hobbs? I don't know. I don't know a Katie Hobbs. How can people believe in Scientology? They get brainwashed into it, indoctrinated, just like anything else. It's a very clever, whatever it's called. They're very clever con artists, unfortunately. You got it, JV. Katie Holmes. Thank you. That poll is a battlefield. Good. Me gusta panocha and Bitcoin. Amen. It's like believing in the occult, acolyte. I don't know what the acolyte is. Can you say something about Mika and how it's going to affect USDT? It's the EU stuff. I'm not even familiar with it. If I had knowledge on it, I'm happy to speak about it. If there's World War III, Bitcoin up or down, brother? Temporarily down, long-term trajectory to the moon. The long-term trajectory of Bitcoin, regardless of what happens, is moon. Like, even if Biden hypothetically remained the poopy pants president, it's a long-term bullish for Bitcoin. Maybe it's a little short-term, volatility or whatever. But you got to think of it this way. Change is coming. It don't matter if Trump is in office or Biden. I just think Trump in office will be a smooth transition of change. It'll be a lot better and beneficial for humanity. But if Biden is in office and we get another 4 years of poopy pants Biden, we're still going to get change. It's just going to be another 4 years of terror. And then people will see it very clearly for themselves because it's coming to the point, almost like Pandora's box. The truth hasn't been as transparent as it is now because of the corruption is so obvious, right? So I could only imagine. But I think either way, Bitcoin's going to do its thing, right? So long term, don't matter. If they're bullish or bearish on crypto, long term, it's going to do its thing. It's on its own trajectory. Bitcoin has already achieved the escape velocity. It's on its own vector. So don't matter what happens at this point. Mika sounds like a CBDC. Maybe it's their version of it. The Acolyte is a super woke new Star Wars show. Oh boy, I won't be a fan of the super woke Star Wars show. No way. I agree. Nothing will stop Bitcoin. Nothing can stop it. If they could stop it, they would have already. Amen. We need to do with crypto what Roaring Kitty did with GME. There you go. Poopy Pants Biden. That actually has a good ring to it, Chandy. Or is it too ageism is definitely not mean because it's true. It would be mean if he wasn't pooping his pants and we accused him of it. But if you just make a song about what just happened today, how is that mean? It's just like, yo, he should just roll with it. Poopy Pants Biden 2024. Anyone voting for Poopy Pants? Actually has a good ring to it. They keep using the keyword convicted felon for Trump, like weaponizing that against him. Convicted felon. Every news headline, convicted felon, convicted felon, convicted felon. Well, Biden, Poopy Pants Biden. Would you rather have convicted felon or Poopy Pants Biden? I'll take the convicted felon any day of the week. Just saying. Michelle Obama will be in that candidate word. I don't think we'll see that all-time high before the Ether launch. Oh, yeah, Ether launch coming. There's a Bitcoin support line on the daily stating why back on May 1st. That line reaches 73,000 June 19th. Thank you for breaking that down, Bone Daddy. We need Donald to be the president so we can see that 150,000 free the Don. That's right. That's another topic we'll be covering here shortly. Standard Chartered Bank predicts Trump will send Bitcoin to 150,000. So let's get it. Did Biden poop his pants today? Unfortunately, mixed shoot. Apparently he did. But anyways, next story of the day. Here's the latest with Roger Ver. He got bail over in Spain. He was recently arrested. The Spanish court released early Bitcoin investor Roger Ver on bail while he awaits possible extradition in the U.S. According to a June 5th Bloomberg report, he posted roughly 163,000 in bail. That's not too bad. On May 17th, allowing him to leave Spanish jail. The terms of his release reportedly require him to remain in Spain, surrender his passport, and appear in court every 2 days. Jesus Christ. On April 30th, the U.S. Department of Justice announced charges against Ver for mail fraud, tax evasion, and filing false tax returns. Authorities allege he defrauded the IRS of roughly $48 million by failing to report capital gains through his sales of Bitcoin and other assets. And he actually tweeted here, don't expect bad people to do good things. That was actually on April 25th. Though born in California, he renounced his U.S. citizenship in 2014. So a decade ago, he renounced his U.S. citizenship and no longer holds a passport in the USA. He currently holds citizenship in St. Kitts and Nevis and Antigua and Barbuda. U.S. officials said they plan to extradite Ver from Spain to the U.S. to stand trial. Ver, an outspoken proponent of Bitcoin Cash, was also embroiled in a 2022 scandal with CoinFlex, which claimed Bitcoin Jesus, which they referred to him as, I don't know if they still do, obviously, as he's now anti-Bitcoin and went full Bitcoin Cash. He owed the platform $47 million in USD coin, and in 2002 and 2003, he even spent 10 months in federal prison in the U.S. for selling explosives on eBay. Quoting him here, I didn't really believe that it would be like summer camp, referring to prison, but I didn't think I was going to be locked in a tiny cell 24 hours a day for the first 4 to 5 days straight, he said. July 2018 video describing his incarceration. The real punishment about going to prison is being separated from every single person you know in life, being completely separated from all of your family, all of your friends, from everybody you know. And according to the Justice Department, Ver could face a maximum sentence of up to 20 years in federal prison for each mail fraud count, up to 5 years in federal prison for each tax evasion count, and up to 3 years in federal prison for each count of subscribing to a false tax return if convicted. He has not posted to social media platforms since his recent arrest. So there you have it. What do you think they're trying to do? Are they trying to just make an example out of him? Let me know your thoughts. That's even how they got Al Capone. Tax evasion. Freaking tax evasion. And it's interesting in his case because he may be innocent. So we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, denouncing your citizenship should have some benefits to it. So it's very interesting. Let me know how you feel it will work out for Mr. Bitcoin Jesus. Big Mike, I am hearing his name often now. Oh, we're referring to Big Mike? Mike Obama, eh? He's built like a football player, that guy. Just saying. Perhaps he and SBF will share a cell. Perhaps. 25 politicians said JB falls asleep during his cabinet meetings. Well, there's a ton of footage of him falling asleep on live TV, so that's a given. He falls asleep. He's basically a big baby. He poops when he wants. He falls asleep when he wants. He has no responsibility. His handlers, probably dress him. Orange men for the orange coin. Moro 21. Orange coin for the win, eh?
Pump, pump, pump it up. Pump, pump, pump it up.
Exactly. He also fell asleep during the mall remembrance ceremony. I'm not surprised. Oh my God, says K-Jam. Yeah. Big Mike. That's Big Mike for you, though. Bless President Trump. Oh, Siamano blesses him. That's awesome. Big baby. Yeah, he's pretty much big baby. Nailed it. Should Big Baby Poopy Pants be president of the United States? Should we give him another term? Can't make this ish up, yo. We are living in a banana republic. Facts.
If it's not going to zero, it's going to a million. It's either nothing, right? If it's nothing, then it's getting scrubbed out and banned.
Bitcoin's either going to zero or a million.
And of course, we now know that it's not getting banned, right?
Facts.
There's no way that Fidelity, Citadel, BlackRock, Charles Schwab, Deutsche Bank.
Good point. The JB we see in public is the best version of JB. Hashtag FJB, so sad. You've had to pay me a little cool $1 million a year to be a JB handler or even clean up on aisle 6.
Credit Agricole, Banco Santander, all decide they're interested in this, right? They're not endorsing a tulip bulb.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
Do you agree? Proof of sniff. Yeah, we should have a Biden coin. Proof of sniff. There you go. President Poopy Pants. It's got a ring to it.
You agree? And there is no second best.
He must just always smell awful. Imagine being around him after he poops his pants. Ugh.
Best asset.
He probably thought he was gonna fart, and he ended up sharting, and he's like, oops.
And that is why we are here, right? Because we need an asset. Bitcoin is the best. There is no second best.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
They said that he is sharper than he ever was. That's great. That's a good one. My son is going on a road trip to call from Idaho, or from Cali. Oh, to Cali from Idaho. Are you sad he's leaving? At least Biden finally closed the border. Proof of sniff. Peter Sniff. They're on the same team, maybe. Love that DJ. Nice.
They not like us. They not like us.
Let's go. I don't follow U.S. politics so closely. And what does that say? Learning here today, I must say. Hashtag FJB, a.k.a. Poopy Pants. What up, JB? What up, JBZ? Good to see you. June will be 150 Gs. Oh, my God. They have coins with Trump on one side and Biden in prison in the other. Too funny. I ordered them. No way. He sharted. They not like us. They not like us. Are we still on YouTube? We are, Diana. JV, mess him up. I think he sharted again, trying to do his stuff. Did Chitty Joe pass a law about the government being able to confiscate crypto? I know he's been trying along with Warren for a very long time. I don't know. We haven't seen Molly in a couple of days. But shout out to Molly. Definitely one of my favorite peoples. JBZ. Good stuff. Yeah, you already know Chandy's working on a poop song. She's on it. Anyways, fam, let's keep it moving. We still got a lot to share with you guys. Our next story of the day is let's discuss this incredible volume from the Bitcoin ETFs. Then we'll discuss the Standard Chartered target of Trump if he wins the presidency, setting Bitcoin to 150,000. Then Robert Kiyosaki's latest prediction of Bitcoin hitting 350,000 this August in a couple of months. And interestingly enough, Trump and Kiyosaki were once partners. They wrote a book together. I remember reading it back in the day. It was called Why We Want You to Be Rich. It was actually a pretty good book. So I know they've worked together before. But anyways, this particular headline reads, Spot Bitcoin ETF inflows hit 887 milli. in a single day, the second highest figure yet on record since they started trading on January 11th. That's right. Data from crypto research platform SoSoValue shows that the spot Bitcoin ETFs saw their biggest day ever, June 4th, with a daily total net inflow of 887 million. Its most successful day so far was on March 12th, when the daily total net inflow hit just over $1 billion. The investment product already has a cumulative total net inflow of 14.8 billion as of June 4th, and only saw positive inflow since May 13th. BlackRock's IBIT has the highest inflow since listing with 17 billion, followed by Fidelity at 9 billion and ARK with 3 billion, followed by Bitwise with 2 billion, followed by Galaxy Bitcoin ETF at 317 million. Spot Bitcoin ETFs have continued to attract investor interest since receiving the green light from the US SEC and going live again January 11th. New data from Bitcoin brokerage firm River shows that 12 of the 25 largest US hedge funds now collectively have over $2.6 billion worth of Bitcoin ETF exposure. Even of the 25 registered investment advisors, they're also invested in the product. And according to crypto intelligence platform K33 Research, the number of professional firms invested in Bitcoin ETFs in the first 3 months of the year outpaced the number of the firms that invested in gold ETFs in the first quarter. So you already know. And these ETF flows are just getting started. BlackRock's IBIT ETF is now officially the largest hodler of Bitcoin on the planet. They surpassed GBTC. And prior to the launch and the conversion of the GBTC product into a spot Bitcoin ETF, they once had 620,000 Bitcoin. Now they're less than 300,000, and BlackRock has more than 300,000 biddies. And collectively, just the United States Bitcoin ETF products, they already have over 1 million Bitcoin worth of inflows, which is roughly 5% of the Bitcoin circulating supply. Just like that. You know what I mean? Less than a half a year. Insane, family. Papa Powell will pamp our bags. J-Pal, eh? Papa J-Pal. Wall Street ain't like Chitty Joe singing nothing about crypto or signing or singing anything about the crypto. Word. Next week, something big will happen. How big? Blow my mind. How big is it going to be? What's going to happen? I'm all ears. $57 each. What are you referring to? The coins? Let me know. And shout out to the Nippinator, by the way. Let's see if we get a Nippinator indicator here in today's live.
Look, pump it up if your game and went long. When the dip hit, you just stayed like King Kong. More than 5 shots in your stack, then get it on.
What does that say? PresidentPrison.com. PresidentPrison.com is where you find the prison coins. Good to note, JC. Good to note.
Had the people on my back to get a song.
We smoked them like a bomb. Please repost this if you're watching the stream right now on X. We greatly appreciate it. If you're over on the tube, if you can smash the likes, always appreciate it. And shout out to the Rumble fam. We're also streaming right now on Kick and Twitch. We appreciate all the support. Bitcoin has been pumping since we went live. We're only down 600 now in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin looking to recapture 71, get us back in the green. When do you think we hit this all-time high, family? The current all-time high we hit mid-March is 73.8. I have a poll up right now. Let me know this week, next week, or before the end of June this month, or July next month. Holla. Sometimes I just fantasize of owning 21 Bitcoin. Right on, Moro. I dig it, and I dig your username, Moro21. So naturally, I would imagine you fantasizing over that. 400 people already on X. X gonna give it to you. I appreciate the X fam. Greatly appreciate you guys. Thanks for holding it down. Biden got it sliding. Sure does. At least the poop didn't like exit the bottom of his pants, because that would be hilarious. Like a little surprise left. More than likely he's wearing like adult diapers to prevent that. Otherwise, yeah, wouldn't be a good look. Biden got it sliding. Yeah, yo. JB said he has the poll up. Why? Is the poll not up? What's so funny about that? Or should we have a Biden poll? How many times he pooped his pants? At least once? At least a dozen times? Or hundreds? That'd be the next poll. This cycle's over. Sorry, boys. Are you crazy? We didn't even begin yet. So that I'm going to assume you're pulling our leg there, Digital. I know you're not that silly. The cycle is over. We haven't even began. Jesus. Depends upon your garments, your undergarments. Exactly. 100%. Very interesting. President Prison. Oh, yeah, he may have pull-ups, but I doubt he can pull them up. So it may be an alternative. Thank you, KJM. Shout out to the Rumble fam. We appreciate it. If you guys want to interact in the chat you see on your screen, head on over to cryptonewsalerts.net for the YouTube stream, because that's what we're using now. When the YouTube stream finishes, we'll continue with the uncensored version, and we'll be using the Rumble chat. He's either ishing himself or sitting in an imaginary chair. Either way, he doesn't belong in office. Well said, JBZ. You're giving him the benefit of the doubt, I see. All-time high, no more than 3 weeks out. Then about $1 billion in shorts will get squeezed. And another $1 billion in ETF purchases. Let's freaking go. First stop, 88,000. Second stop, 106,000. By mid-August, 350 to 400,000 by the end of the year. Get your moon boots on, baby, baby. Well said, Greg. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I know you're trolling, bro. You're Bobby Digital. You're advanced. The bull run is over, I'm saying. Did we begin yet? So far, from the previous all-time high of 2021, remember it was 69? Currently, the all-time high is 73. So imagine the bull was just like a $4,000 increase. We hit 5%. Great job, guys. Oh, hell no. Presidential.com is where you find the coins I was talking about, JB. Thank you. Oh, President Prison. Presidentprison.com. If anyone wants to buy these coins. You're not bullish enough. When will Biden poop his pants again? It depends. That's a good one. Warner, that's a good one. Anyways, fam, let's move on to our next story of the day. Let's discuss this $150,000 target by Standard Chartered Bank. And I believe one of the largest shareholders, if not the largest, of Standard Chartered is BlackRock. I read that, I remember, about a year ago. So I'm assuming they still are the primary shareholder. In fact, there was a tweet here by Watcher Guru who wrote, Standard Chartered Bank says Bitcoin will reach 150,000 if Donald Trump wins the presidential election. Will Trump win? Let me know your thoughts on that. Let's break down the story. The U.S. presidential election has emerged as the next key catalyst for the price of Bitcoin, potentially pushing it to 150,000 by the end of the year, which is more than 2x. If you run the math, 70,000 times 2 is 140, right? So just above 2x. After the launch of the U.S. Bitcoin ETFs at the beginning of the year, January 11th, crypto became an issue of growing and bipartisan interest in Washington. The U.S. historically has held predominantly an anti-crypto stance. Yes, indeed. But lawmakers more recently have been raising questions about how long that can or should continue. Quoting Standard Chartered Bank, as we approach the U.S. election, I expect $100,000 to be reached and then $150,000 by the year end in the case of a Trump victory, says Geoff Kendrick, head of the digital asset research at Standard Chartered. Shout out to Kendrick. We often play Kendrick Lamar here on the channel, but this is Geoff of Standard Chartered. After Friday's big jobs report, the next large driver for Bitcoin will then become the U.S. election. He added, the Biden administration recently showed pragmatism in providing the ETH ETFs, but subsequently Biden vetoed efforts to repeal SAB 121. So Trump is still more friendly than Biden. That's right. In fact, Trump came out more recently and he said he is going to help protect our rights to self-custody. And he also says that on day one of the job of being reelected president, that he would pardon Ross Ulbricht, which got a lot of love and support naturally from the crypto community. Now, SAB 121 refers to the SEC accounting policy that pushes banks to treat digital assets as liabilities on their books. Bitcoin could reach a new record over the weekend if Friday's non-farm payrolls report is friendly, according to Kendrick, the analyst over at Standard Chartered. That would pave the way for $80,000 per Bitcoin later this month. So let me know if you agree or disagree that we could potentially reach 80 Gs this month and as high as 150,000 by the end of the year if Trump is reelected as president. And I'll read these comments out loud before we dive into our feature story of the day. I did see that 50 Cent gave an unofficial endorsement of Trump. He said something like, they're asking him like about the black vote, and he's like, the black people are going to vote Trump. He got RICO charges. He's like, black people relate to that. He says something like that. I did see a little clip of him. So shout out 50 Cent. Maybe 50's going to get into politics, yo. J to the V and the place to be. Amen. Little bit bullish. Well said, brother. So yeah, shout out 50 Cent. If JB does the dirt during the debate, he is done. Are you saying if he poops during the debate and they got to take him off stage and change his diaper and he's finished? Will that be the nail in his coffin? I assume the prisoners can vote. Cool move to embrace them as voters. Interesting. He just did. New York in the building. Shout out New York. I'm repping Brooklyn here today. Kyrie Irving. I think the NBA finals commences today. I think it's the Celtics versus the Mavs. Go Mavs. I'm a big fan of Kyrie Irving, so I hope Kyrie and the Mavs hold it down and take that championship. I am black. Trump has my vote. Amen to that, Kay. Good to hear that. D-Day remembered. What does the D-Day stand for there, Paul? I don't know. That's why I asked. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are going to vote for Trump because people hate injustice. They despise it. Because what good is a justice system without any justice? The judicial system has fallen. It's turned into a kangaroo court, unfortunately. The division is about to end. Smart will align with smart. Skin color is their game. Divide and conquer. You're 100% right. They want nothing more than us to be divided. Hence, two-party system, Democrat, Republican. Let's divide these mofos. That's exactly what they do, and they do a fantastic job at it. We need to unite. They don't want us united against the evil. They don't. Orange is the new black. Wasn't that a show on HBO too back in the day, Alan? That's a good one. 410 on X. X gonna give it to you. Shout out K Pina, right on. Who else is voting Trump this election? Let me know. And is anyone voting RFK Jr.? Curious. He's running independent. Or if anyone's voting Biden, I'd be shocked, but let me know. I'm all ears. D-Day was when the military stormed Normandy. Oh, that was very long ago, right? 6th June. Oh, yeah, 1944. Very long time ago. Apparently, I need to go back to history class. When Trump gets in office, 150,000 will be the chump change. Bitcoin is sore, and we need to get the chump changed. Meaning Biden, the chump, changed his pants. He just pooped in it. Let's get the chump changed. And correct, that's just chump change, 150,000 Bitcoin. By the way, black and white are not colors. They are values, says Greg. What happens to Trump was so bad. What the frick? I know. It's unprecedented. Especially against the president. Crazy. Trump here. Joe Folan's voting for Trump. Word up. Dude, I think it's going to be a landslide. Now, what if, hypothetically, what would you guys do watching the stream right now? Hypothetically, Trump really wins by a landslide, like the previous election. And then they say, Biden has 90% of the votes. No one wants the convicted felon to be president. We chose sleepy, poopy pants Biden. What would you guys do about it? Would you guys just accept it? Like, at least we tried. What would happen if that happened again? Total banana republic. They say Biden wins by a landslide. We all know Trump really wins by the landslide, but they just say, no, numbers don't lie. Biden won by a landslide, and they just fix it. Because they didn't fix the voting, which was the problem with the previous election. So you got to keep that in mind. Trump it up. Civil war, Ursat says. Word up. Maybe we all move to El Salvador if that happens. The Omega candle must be renamed into the Mr. Pump candle. We got to pump it up, trump it up. In reality, they're both puppets. Smart man. Definitely voting Trump. There are no other candidates I can morally vote for. RFK Jr. believes that people can... Oh, yeah, that's right. The abortion thing. He's pro-abortion. That's sad. Up to 8 months. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Anti-human. They want martial law. They sure do. JV, which coin is second best? Excellent question. Thought you'd never ask.
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Exactly. I will never comply. I don't consent. He is not my president. No one who poops his pants can be president for the United States. I vote Nipsey. Yeah, Nipsey, 100%. Nipsey got my vote. He also captured the black vote. They can relate to Nipsey. You know what I mean? He's one of the broskies, for Christ's sake. I'd say it doesn't go civil, we in trouble, because it'll be our last chance, I would think. Daily reminder, self-custody in the revolution. TikTok next block. Thanks for the reminder, Moro. Self-custody is the only way. Moving to Sean, but Thailand, if Biden. Where's Chan? I'm not familiar with that area. Chonburi, I never heard of it. FJB vetoed Bill SAB 121 last weekend, then went to the beach to poop. Exactly, K-Jam, well said. Which candidate's the second best? There is no second best. I'd love to see Trump again, but the people, black suits, get to decide. We are the men in black, Galaxy Defender. Anyways, family, MJ12 is for real, though, even though that movie is kind of hilarious. Now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss the latest from Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. He made a very intriguing tweet just yesterday predicting Bitcoin to reach $350,000 per coin. Not next year, but this year in August, a couple of months out. So let's break this baby down. You can see the headline here. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki predicts Bitcoin 350,000 by August. Another major headline wrote, Kiyosaki's 350,000 Bitcoin price prediction. Is it too far-fetched? Well, let's start with his own words from the tweet. I even retweeted it and put 350,000 Bitcoin by August 2024, rocket ship to the moon. It got 78 hearts and 9 retweets. We appreciate the love on that. But here's the actual tweet he wrote June 5th, yesterday at 6:05 p.m., less than 24 hours ago. It already got 2.6 million views, 18,000 hearts, and literally almost 4,000 retweets. Here's word for word what Rich Dad has to share. Bitcoin will be $350,000 by August 25th, 2024 is not a lie. It is a prediction. It's speculation. It's an opinion, but it is not a lie. It's sucker's bait, but it is not a lie because any prediction about the future is not a lie. I want $350,000 Bitcoin to be a fact, and I want it to be true, but it is only a prediction. I am confident Bitcoin will hit $350,000 sometime in 2024, but for it is only a target, a dream, and a wish. I keep buying more Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana because quite certain their prices will continue to rise. Why am I so confident? Is it because I am certain about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana? My answer is no. What I am confident of is the incompetence of our leaders, President Poopy Pants Biden, Secretary Yellen, and Fed Chair Jay Powell. Those are the three stooges in real life. And I am certain, I am very confident about their incompetence. Take care. Buy more gold, silver, Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. Protect yourself from the three stooges. Now, personally, I think this is a pretty brilliant tweet referring to the three stooges as Biden, Yellen, and Jay Powell. He nailed it. Nail in the head. And he's not so confident in particular that the asset is, XYZ, you're going to do this or that. But he's so confident that the three stooges will continue to do what they do best, which is print, which is going to send Bitcoin to 350,000 per coin. I find it interesting. He has an exact date. By August 25th. He didn't break down the significance of the particular date, but he has balls, and I respect that. I love people who make predictions like this. Now, what are your thoughts? Now, the only thing I disagree with, I'm not so crazy about Ethereum and Solana. Obviously, I'm all in on Bitcoin, but I find it interesting that he is now adding Ether and Solana to his bullishness, because previously it was always buy Bitcoin, gold, and silver, Bitcoin, gold, and silver, Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Now he's saying he's adding Ethereum and Solana to his buy. Now, we also know more recently he announced, sometime in the last year, that he had 66 Bitcoin. So he is bullish on Bitcoin. He believes in Bitcoin, but he is also bullish on gold and silver. I personally feel Bitcoin is in a league of its own. You can't really compare it to the rest because as a store of value, Bitcoin has a finite limited supply. We cannot say that about gold or silver. Gold and silver as precious metals are relatively scarce, but there's no true scarcity. Bitcoin is the only commodity in this case or asset with a finite limited supply, meaning they can never print more of. They can always find more gold and silver in planet Earth. All they got to do is invest more into mining it. Hence what they do. And also, a lot of the Wall Street players like JP Morgan Chase have been caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, spoofing precious metal markets. Hence, I don't trust gold and silver. The only thing I personally trust is Bitcoin. I just want to throw that out there. Now, even Ethereum cannot be compared to Bitcoin as a store of value. Why? It has an infinite max supply. If you go to CoinMarketCap.com right now and pull up Ethereum and you look at the max supply, it'll show you the infinity sign. How can something be a store of value with an infinite supply? That's like saying the US dollar is a great store of value. So I disagree with that. And I am not a fan of Solana, and the main reason why, it's a Sam coin. This is the coin that Sam Bankman-Fried, who's currently serving 25 years in prison, is most bullish on. This is the coin he's trying to convince the prison guards and the inmates to buy. So I don't recommend it whatsoever. The one thing I recommend out of all this, Bitcoin. But I digress. Let's break down this story, eh? And let me know if you agree with the sentiment of Kiyosaki that Bitcoin can hit multiple six figures this year within the next few months. So let's break it down. Firstly, on his somewhat fantastical prediction of a price of 350,000 Bitcoin by August this year, Kiyosaki admitted it was speculation. He's being honest, and that it was only a target, a dream, and a wish. However, he does say that he would be continuing to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana because his certainty that their prices will rise. Kiyosaki is so confident about the price rises for these particular assets because of what he perceives as the incompetence of President Biden. Well said. Treasury Secretary Miss Yellen and the Fed's Chairman Jay Powell. He calls them the Three Stooges, which gives him very derogative assumption of their abilities in their post. Exactly. We know they're all corrupt. That's the bigger picture. We know what the agenda is. Kiyosaki ends his rant with advice for investors to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and also adds gold and silver to the list. My question for you guys watching the stream, how many of you agree and also are stacking Ethereum and Solana right now? Let me know. And as well as precious metals. That Bitcoin can reach 350 by August is undoubtedly rather far-fetched. But Rich Dad, he also knows that such a headline would be picked up. So yeah, we do got to note he is a smart man. Clearly, he knows how to market himself. He is a genius marketer and also a financial advisor in the sense he's been writing books giving financial advice like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is a classic, as well as many other books. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kiyosaki, but let me know your thoughts. Do you think he's pushed it too far by this very bold prediction? Do you think this is just a pie in the sky? Or do you think this is legit and he genuinely believes that the Bitcoin price action can smash a whopping $350,000 for this particular year in 2024? And hypothetically speaking, one more question for you guys in the chat. If we did smash his target of 350,000 by August, where do you think that would take us as far as the cycle peak next year in this particular epoch of the cycle? Do you think we can then hit 500,000 per coin? My personal prediction I've been sharing with you here on the stream, I feel as a bear scenario, which is the low, 222,000. That's the cycle peak low bear scenario from JV. My bull scenario, 750,000. And if we hit 350 this year, 750 can be very doable, very fruitful target for next year if we can hit 350 this year. If we don't hit 350 this year, let's say Standard Chartered is right, and we only hit 150,000, then I think next year, 350 fruitful. But I am doubtful we'll pass 500,000. So it all depends upon what we do this year. But hey, I'm also open to the fact Bitcoin have no top because fiat have no bottom. And the one guarantee I can make with you today, the purchasing value of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase in purchasing power against the dollar, as it has been doing beautifully for the past 15 years. And also that the US dollar purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to continue to decrease because of these Three Stooges, as Kiyosaki refers to them as. Ultimately meaning we're going to continue to print. We're in a deficit of $35 trillion. And that's how they keep you poor. They control you through the money. What's so genius and revolutionary about perfect money, aka Bitcoin, is the first money in human history that separates money from the state. And it has a finite limited supply, meaning it's also immutable, uncorruptible, it's un-F-wittable, unconfiscatable, perfect store of value, pristine collateral, and ain't nobody messing with it. At this point, Wall Street's on board. Hallelujah. We front ran Wall Street, right? All the big asset managers are on board. Hallelujah. We front ran BlackRock. Back when Larry Fink was calling Bitcoin an index for money laundering, we were stacking them sats. Back when Jamie Dimon was calling Bitcoin an index of money laundering and only for criminals, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, we've been stacking them sats, and the people finally get a big fat W. So respect. Let me know your thoughts on Kiyosaki's prediction. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show. We greatly appreciate everyone here. If you have any comments, any feedback, any questions, now's your time. Newsflash, Bitcoin to reach $75,000 this week. Send it. We spend $1.50 for every dollar received. America. Pretty much. I think it's less than that, yo. I think JC Ice broke it down. I think it's like 19 cents of every dollar. Something like that. Because the taxes are insane. Shout out to the X fam, 450 people. Much respect. Thank you guys for supporting us. Devon says JV equals facts. Much respect. Thank you, family. Printers will continue to go brr. Yeah.
Less mining rewards more scarcity.
Yes.
What do you get
when the printer goes brr? I would be thrilled with 150,000 by December 2024. Jamie Dimon controls the silver market. Facts. I don't trust that mofo.
Inflate supply like the Federal Reserve.
And speaking of Jamie the Demon, take it away, Jamie.
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
That's the new jam, the new dance. Breath of fresh air, JV. Sometimes I gotta breathe. Thanks for the reminder, DNA. Bitcoin is freedom. Mono.
Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
The largest corporate fine at the time. And he's still breaking records over here, this Jamie Dimon. No average income. Young worker will be able to buy a house. The average Bitcoin holder in the U.S. will be able to buy. It is kind of wild, yo. Inflation is no joke. The housing market is crazy right now. Do you guys anticipate the real estate market continuing to go outrageous as a result of the inflation and the money printer? Let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, you're right. It's becoming more and more difficult for the average person to be able to be a homeowner. That's a fact. The government can't touch my biddies. Damn right. The government can't touch my biddies. I like that. Bankers are controlling precious metals. Yes, they have been for a long time. And this is all factual. You can look it up. JP Morgan Chase paid a $900 million fine for manipulating precious metal markets. That's just one time they did it. They've done it multiple times. So there's always tomfoolery going on with precious metals, unfortunately. And that's all by design. Think of it this way. Would the Fed and the people who control the money, would they want gold to go outrageously high against the dollar? No. Then everyone would remove all their money from the bank and put it in gold, and there'd be bank runs. So they have to suppress the gold price. That's why gold is never going to break out in the sense how Bitcoin does it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x. No. It's going to be very slow and steady gains because they manipulate the markets. They don't want to undermine the value of the dollar. And to protect the dollar, they got to keep the gold and precious metals, in sync. Kind of that's why it's been stagnant at 2,000 for the past decade. Otherwise, gold can be, if it wasn't manipulated the way it is, gold is easy 10,000 an ounce. Easy, maybe 20,000 an ounce. But because of the manipulation, they keep it on purpose closer to the dollar at 2,000 an ounce. So by hodling gold, you're really losing money due to inflation, due to the corruption. That's the way I perceive it, at least. There are reasons we buy Bitcoin, the great equalizer. Amen. Amen to that. Buy Bitcoin, burn the sage, and hold fiat and stay in a cage. I like those bars. Buy Bitcoin and burn the sage or hold fiat and stay in a cage. Not even Nipsey stays in a cage. But that's what you're doing when you treat fiat as a store of value. You're keeping yourself locked in the cage. You know what I mean?
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People.
Yeah, so your daughter wants to see Nipsey? I got you, Alan. He's actually right behind me. He's just sitting close to me instead of in the bed. So Nipinator, come. Nip. That means wake up. Come. There's a little girl that wants to see you. Oh, there's the Nipinator. Yeah, he's just sunbathing, but he was right behind me in the chair, so you couldn't see him. He likes to stay as close as possible to my feet if I'm sitting down. So good dog right here, yo. The best dog in the world. We appreciate you, Nip. If you give us an indicator, let us know. Silver's at $31 today. Is that good or bad for silver? Lose the poopy pants jokes. Save it for the Rumble. It's much safer. Imagine you have been terminated. You accused the president of pooping his pants. That'd be worth the termination. If they terminate me for that, it's worth it. I'm just saying, for Christ's sake. If you can't make jokes about pooping the pants, there's something wrong with our society. We love you, Nipsey. There you go. What most people don't understand is the fact Bitcoin is immutable, incorruptible, and available globally within minutes and soon sub-seconds. Well said, Greg. I dig that. Nipinator! You got a lot of fans, bro. He's still here. He's sticking around. He's listening to the comments right now. If banks can manipulate gold prices, they can do it for Bitcoin. Else, why isn't Bitcoin up higher? Well, don't get it twisted. They do their best to try to manipulate Bitcoin, but there's only so much they can do. It's not at the same level because they can't print more Bitcoin. They can virtually print more gold because they do that by mining it, right? So they can control how much they introduce into the market. With Bitcoin, they have no control over that. So there's a massive difference there, Jody. Silver was $13 in March. So silver's doing damn well then for silver. Hey, Nip, thanks for all the signals. Never wrong. Yeah, he's never been wrong before. 517 billion in unrealized losses hit the U.S. banking system. FDIC says 63 lenders on the brink of insolvency. These are the real estate mortgages and credit card debt. Facts. And we covered that in yesterday's podcast. Spot on, brother. 63 major banks and lenders on the brink of insolvency. Let that sink in and only keep in the bank what you're willing to lose. Facts.
That use fiat currency.
Yeah, Bitcoin is audited every 10 minutes, unlike gold. Keep that in mind. TikTok next block. And not only is it audited, there can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin in circulation. Nobody knows how much ounces of gold can be in circulation. It's a mystery. They can just mine more gold at any time, invest more into the mining, and flop it onto the market and suppress the price. They can't do that with Bitcoin. Know the difference between Bitcoin? Nobody knows the amount. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. No one knows the amount of gold. Hence, 10 times paper gold is possible. In fact, it's probably more realistically 1,000x more gold, paper gold, which are derivatives, which is how they manipulate the market. You got a good point. Yeah, old news. Imagine they'd invest that into Bitcoin instead of the fiat loans. Exactly. The fiat fiat. Highest silver has been in a decade. Bitcoin is being manipulated down at times by BlackRock, by vaporizing leveraged traders. There you go. Ian Antique Philippines, July 1st. Big games. Bitcoin upsetting, says G-Boy. JP Morgan, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America on the edge of insolvency soon. Those are the big boys. Who's going to save them? It seems maybe the master plan is make every bank insolvent and bail out JP Morgan, which is the chosen bank with Jamie Dimon. That's kind of what I think. Maybe that's the chosen one they're going to keep protecting and bailing out. But I don't think we should bail out the bankers. I say let them fail. What do you guys say? Banks will try to manipulate the Bitcoin markets and the ETFs, and they will get squeezed the frick out. Adios, amigo. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
As a store of
of value. We call them poor. We call them poor.
Wow. Was that during the gold rush? Wells Fargo sold shovels? Because I heard that's where the wealth was created, during the gold rush. Instead of digging for gold, you sell the tools and things you need for the digging. The big money in that.
People that use fiat.
What do we call them, folks? Embrace Bitcoin or be a brokey, as the Tates would say.
Fiat currency. We call them poor. We call them poor.
This is a fact. This is what we call these folks.
It's heavenly.
Heavenly.
70 G's,
70 G's, baby.
Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's.
70 G's. El Salvador needs more hash rate. Well, they got the volcano energy, for Christ's sake. They will bail them out. The print. The banks will always be around. Paul says Biden, Yellen, Powell, cumulative age equal 300 years old. Pretty accurate. The Three Stooges. Now we know who the Three Stooges really are. And it's not Larry, Moe, and Curly. Just saying. Rest in peace to the original, Stooges out there. Let the banks fail, those greedy mofos. Amen. Too big to fail. My arse. I thought if they bail out the banks, means money printer goes brr. Yeah, it's good for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the ultimate hedge against the corrupt fiat banking system. So if you have no faith in the traditional fiat legacy banking system, all in on Bitcoin. Good move there. Bitcoin is a hedge against so much of the corruption in the world, and that's what makes it so beautiful. We finally have a safe haven, family. Finally. An unconfiscatable safe haven. Because is it really a safe haven if it's confiscatable? Like, would you refer to gold as a safe haven? No. They've already done the Gold Confiscation Act. They've done it before. They'll do it again. In my opinion, a GME meme coin up 74%. GameStop stock up 50%. That's mind-boggling. The banks are bad. Yeah, they're bad. Not in the good way. Not in like the bad boy way, like Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence, and Will Smith. Not like the cool bad boys, but the real bad. The bad. Just saying. And speaking of bad boys, any of you guys going to watch Bad Boys 4? I watched the Nelk interview with Will Smith yesterday, and it got me intrigued. I'm intrigued to watch the movie. Let me know. The combination made Kiyosaki's funds bleed. Facts. Voltaire, French philosopher, circa 1720. All fiat eventually and always returns to its intrinsic value. Big fat zero. Zilch. Nada. There you go. Facts. Not bad, like LL Cool J bad. There you go. Thanks for the clarity there, GVC. No faith in the banks, no faith in the government, and no faith in the judicial system. Want to know what I got faith in? Bitcoin. Want to know what else I got faith in? Myself. Because anything else I can't control. I also got faith in Nipsey, and I got faith in the fam here. The CNA fam for holding it down. I got a lot of faith in you guys. Faith in government, non-existent. They threw us overboard decades ago, fam. It's been this way for a long time, too long. July, Luna Antique, Bitcoin upsetting. 90 G's, baby. Send it. Shout out Louis, going by the average, 150% per year over time. Bitcoin hit 17 mil by 2030. Interest is haram. Is it haram? Haram. That's right. Interest is haram. We don't support it. Hard to support Will Smith after he slapped Chris Rock. Are you being serious? Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not a big Will Smith fan, but I'm a Bad Boys fan, and he is in that film, and I'm a big Martin Lawrence fan. So I grew up watching Martin. It was one of my favorite shows, like when I was in middle school. Great show. Martin Lawrence, man. One of my favorite actors or comedians from back in the day. I have faith that is just not in man. Word up. 478 on X. Again, thank you, X fam. We appreciate it. God, I hope Gensler eventually gets fired. It's time. It's time. Get rid of this Gensler. Put him in jail. Audit that mofo. How many times did you really meet with Bankman-Fried, sir? At least twice, as on the record. Be honest, Gensler. How many times did you really meet? 10,000 times. We were best friends. I participated in orgies with Caroline Ellison and Bankman-Fried virtually every night. Damn, Gina. Exactly. Even Method Man was once on Martin Lawrence's show. I remember he played a thief, broke in through the window. Anyways. God, I hope Gensler eventually gets fired. Big Mama. Yeah, don't like Will Smith since he came out as a racist. I didn't know that either. The thing I'm not a huge fan of with him is I don't support the celebs that transition their children. And unfortunately, his children are transitioned. And I find that highly sus. And I don't get down like that. So that's the thing I don't like personally about the man. But nonetheless, you can still learn from everybody. And in the podcast, even though the Nelk podcast is specifically for like college kids and ish, Will Smith did drop some mega bombs that were very deep. Bradley Martin asked him something like, when you have all the money in the world, like, you know, and just help it. And he just broke down some answers and was just like, really got you thinking, you know, what's really important in life. That voice, I know. I don't know where it came from. I just resurrected that voice out of the ether, pun intended. Great content. Thank you, Demetrius. The guy from Court TV was on Martin too. Oh, word. Usury is, what is that? Contradicted by Jesus? Usury. What's usury or usury? Usury. I'm not familiar with that either, Little Germ. God, I hope Gensler gets fired. I think we all agree. Hollywood is buckled up. Party all the time, pretty much. And look at the price, yo. We're almost back in the green. I told you when we go live, we go green. Look at that. We're about to flip green. You got to love it. Respect the pump. But here's what we're going to do. Let's continue with the uncensored version of the pod exclusively on Rumble, X, Kick, and Twitch everywhere except YouTube. So the YouTube stream is about to end. If you're watching on YouTube, head on over to Rumble or X or any of the other platforms. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod so I can speak more freely and entertain you to a higher degree. I greatly appreciate everyone's support here on the tube, and I'll be back this evening, 10 p.m. for the premiere. So be sure to attend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. But right now, head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, and let's get ready to rumble. Bada boom, bada bing.